Yo, it's your boy Mduduzi, back with another video, baby. Let me get up close. Yeah, we couldn't shoot the back camera, we had to do the front. But today is Friday, the 11th of April, 2025. And as you can see by the topic, following God keeps women from playing with you. Following God keeps women from playing with you. What do I mean, brothers? As you can probably hear, it's quite simple and plain. But I want to talk about it. Then I also want to talk about my experiences, right? So number one, let's talk about what God requires of us. God requires us to flee fornication. And I feel like this is a big one, right? Because when we look at it, most of our attraction to women is sexual. You don't look at a woman and be like, oh, she has such a good heart. What? It's sexual, right? Your attraction. Then afterward, you can get to see her character, who she is as a person. Is she a nice person? But most of it is sexual, right? So what ends up happening is, if you are thirsty, if you a brother or a brother living in lust, right? Lusting after women, you go ahead and put your effort, you put your best foot forward, trying to make something happen with her in order to get her in the bed. Plain and simple. When am I gonna see you come over? 1, 2, 3. So with women, right? A lot of people say women are backwards, but women don't want you to lead with lust. They want to feel like, and this is my understanding, they want to feel appreciated as a person more than they are lusted over, right? Which is not reality, because most men don't really even care what your personality is. Like, I remember listening to Steph is Cold, and he was saying, right, honestly, he doesn't care where she works, even what her name is. He's just trying to smash. But he's like, that's the mentality. And that's 100% facts. Like, when I see a girl, obviously hoping she's clean and all, but like, you don't care about her name. Sexual attraction is just that. I want to be sexual with you. So when you don't practice fleeing fornication, what you find that is women, they are able to play games because you have shown your interest, right? You want to make the plans, you want to sleep with her, and she knows that. So she's able to toy with you. Whereas if you never intended to sleep with her, any sign of disrespect or just games, you walk away. You don't need her. There's nothing you wanted from her. But now it makes it much harder if you want to sleep with her, right? You'll hold on, you play the long game just for some piece of pussy. So that's why I say it's like following God, firstly, really saves you when it comes to fornication, because there's a lot of games women play. Someone said women's whole personality is you wanting to sleep with them. And that is so true. Like, in interactions, you see that women get... I won't be looking at the screen a lot because I'll be looking at myself and it feels all awkward. I lose what I want to say. But like, women's whole game is that you want to sleep with them, and that's basically how they move, right? If you take a step back from lust, you practice semen retention, celibacy. It's like you even see all the Insta girls, right? They be posting their body on purpose. It reminds me of this one girl. I'm not gonna say her name, but I know her through Insta, right? I followed her, then I unfollowed her because I was like, nah, this is not what I want as a wife. Hey, if for being honest, to smash, I'd be on her. But like now that I want to honor God and I don't want to sleep with any woman before marriage, I actually want to stick it out. It's like there's no use of following her because she posts a lot of thirst traps, right? Then one of her statuses was when he's just lusting over you and is not in love with you. But women will contradict themselves, And when I say women, I don't mean all women. But like, yeah, it's like I know if I posted 6-pack photos, I seen a whole lot of brothers, they wear shorts, then like their dick is visible, right? But it's not showing. But then a lot of girls lust over that, the length, you can see it. So it's like I can't post all of that expecting a Christian girl. Obviously, I'm gonna get a baddie who just wants to sleep around, And a 403, I was about to say H03, a 403. So yeah, that's the first place, right? Secondly, self-respect. I feel like once you follow God, once you keep to his commandments, there's a certain spirit of cleanliness as well as self-respect that you start to have, right? So once you do have this self-respect, it's hard for you to tolerate disrespect from anyone else, right? What I mean by that, there's a girl I recently followed. She followed me back. So I'm guessing she was interested. Sent her a message. I was trying to meet up. She was like, no, thank you. I was like, cool, you know what I'm saying? Hearted the message, unfollowed. And I was watching a video just before this of the brother Justin J talking about girls will reject you but expect you to still chase them, right? And it reminds me of one of the brothers. I won't mention him, but funny enough, like there's this girl, and this was back in high school for him, but this girl, she showed signs of interest, but when he went to ask her out, he got rejected. He's like, you know what? I am not giving up. Second time rejected. Third time rejected. I know. One of the neighbor's kids, Issy, right? I'm greeting. But yeah, so and still before, when I had talked to him, right? Because we don't live in the same place, but like I remember his conversations were still, I have to see that girl to see if something can work out. So I sympathize with the brother because that's what girls will do. It's like this girl that I'm saying followed me. Why would you follow me? And don't get me wrong, right? I'm not saying a follow means interest, right? But she followed me and I felt like, okay, she's interested. Then she went on to reject me. What's crazy is I unfollowed her, right? So me being a man, I know like when activity happens, especially with women, they're more attention based. So if someone follows you, you know about it. If someone unfollows you that just follows you, you know about it. So she hasn't unfollowed me, and I'm guessing like I don't know what it is, but at the same time, I'm gonna have enough respect to walk away. Because what's the use? Her not unfollowing me, right? I could take it as a sign of, nah, she's still kind of interested. I go back in rejection, like. So it's like, you know what? Don't. Or let me just say, following God allows you to have self-respect, and that's a big thing, right? Because a lot of brothers take L's for not having self-respect. Currently I'm in a position where there's this one girl I want to take out. But I already know what the deal is, right? So this girl never texts me. When I hit her, she responds, but she doesn't text me. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. She doesn't text me. So I know that I won't allow myself, yes, because I had asked her out and she agreed, I'm probably gonna go out with her. If she decides to be like, you know what, play games, not show up, whatever, flakes, I'm out the door, you know what I'm saying? Because then again, I bring it back to the first point. I'm not gonna sleep with her, so there's no use in chasing. And then again, I have self-respect. So if you're gonna flake on me and think that I'm gonna set up another day, you must be out your damn mind. But yeah, like, now that I know that where her interest level is, right, I'm already allowing a bit of self-disrespect by already taking her out, right? I give her grace because I've known her for a long time, whatever. But like, I'd never allow myself to get invested. I don't talk to her, try to send her messages, because I know what it is, right? Like, you have to have self-respect out here. A lot of brothers take L's for not having self-respect. My mind reminds me of there's a brother back in high school. Back in high school, he wrote this one girl a song. And honestly, I don't feel like that was him disrespecting himself, right? It's just that he wasn't up on game, because me, I haven't done such, right? But I already know if I decide to write a girl a song, I sing it over VN, that VN's gonna go around. Come on, like, it's like these days, even when I talk to females, I talk as if someone's gonna read our messages, because I know someone will. Like, you have to be up on game. Women are gonna share with their friends, you know. Yeah, so it's just like you have to maintain a level of respect for yourself. But yeah, it's like a lot of things brothers do. You know, like the brother I was just talking about, that he got rejected 3 times by this girl. There's another girl who gave him her number. He went to text her. Yeah, she texted. Then she ended up ghosting him. And he quadrupled, you know. Texted her 4 times and, you know, she didn't respond. But, you know, it just comes to show, you know, like, I'm not obviously picking on the brother, but like, if he just sent a text and he didn't double text after that, if she had never texted, then he knew what it was. But since he went ahead and chased, that's how he got played. You know, with me, right? There's this one girl I thought things were all good with, right? We had spent time twice together, but I never got her number. So I get to texting her, right? I get to texting her. She's taking long, or hours to, even days, to respond. I knew what it was, right? She's not interested. I went to send her a message on some, you know what, I don't appreciate you taking this long. If you don't want to talk, we can go our separate ways. And she hadn't replied to that message. Thing is, I relapsed on the corn sites and I sent her another message on some, I apologize. I wasn't being thoughtful, right? Because she had a situation. But in all honesty, like, now that I am retaining, today is about to be the 7th day. All praises to the Lord. I already know, like, we spoke after that, but like, I allowed myself to get disrespected, right? I lowered my level of respect because I wasn't supposed to reply after that. And I feel like now she's acting interested all of a sudden. So now I can't trust it. Like, even if she likes me, it's like I can't trust it because we started off on a bad note. no ways I'm gonna ever trust you or take it to where I wanted to take it with you, right? Let me leave it at that. So, celibacy, self-respect. What else? Uh, you know, following God comes with living a certain way. My weekly verse for this week is Matthew 7, verse 13. Enter ye in, right? It's getting a bit dark. Enter ye in at the straight gate. For wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction. And there be many which go in thereat. This is the King James Version, right? What I see is, okay, I live my life not wanting to smoke, drink, tattoos. And yeah, when I say smoke, cigarettes, weed, hardly vape, right? I don't do all of these things mainly for respect to God, right? Yes, at times, I don't miss smoking, but I can look back at the memories of smoking because I used to be a big weed smoker. And I can honestly say, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had some experiences on weed, which I'd say, I don't want to use the word good, right? Because I don't believe they were good. But I can say good in a sense, right? One powerful thing the brother Mark the Messenger said, he said, with weed, it gives you a little bit of truth, but it's all deception. So that's what I also saw. There's a lot of truth I discovered while being high. But then being high, it messed me up in totality, if I can put it like that. So I can look back to the times I smoked, the times I drank alcohol. I was a big lean sipper and I don't miss them. But the pleasure, right? The pleasure was really pleasureful. But since I've been delivered, I choose to stay away these things for love and respect to God, right? Because I know He wants me to live a certain way, even like with celibacy and not having sex before marriage. Let me switch on the slide. I'm about to wrap it up. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at 3 points because this was off the top. Let me put it like that. So, me living a certain way, one thing I've seen is women, I'm going to pick on them, but like in general, I don't have strict boundaries like men do. Not all women. But yeah, so it's like a lot of women get tattoos. A lot of women drink. A lot of women smoke. And if I didn't know God, right, it's easy to drink, smoke, to fit in with women. It's easy to create a vibe so a woman can come into that so you can get what you want, which is sex. So now me having such strict boundaries, it cuts a lot of women off. Like I always go back to this point. I don't want, or not even I don't want, my wife's not gonna drink, right? Plain and simple. I'm not gonna pick someone who drinks. It could be, right, which God forbid that they don't drink, they end up drinking in the marriage, which I doubt. But like, because I've been a drinker myself, I know that you can't do it part-time. I've been a smoker. You can't just be like, now I'm smoking, I smoke once a month. It doesn't work like that. With pleasure, because it's so pleasurable, the more you want to do it, right? So, me having boundaries, me wanting to please God, right? I believe, my flesh, as men, I feel like we have the urge to want to sleep with the most women possible. And I have this urge too. But out of respect to God, I want to be with one woman who's my wife. I'm still a virgin. So if I do it right, God will send me a woman, and that's the only woman I'll be with God forbid she dies or anything, right? Me having such strict boundaries, I want a woman who also wants to please God on this walk, because I get a lot of attraction, right? But it's not from women who are on the right path. No, some, they believe in ancestors, they still drinking, and that's no shade, right? They still smoking. You see, they're going out, cocktails. And not that I judge them, it's just that there's a certain standard. And I understand why the Bible says be sober and vigilant. And I also can't blame these women, right? There was a period where I was home alone for a couple of days. I'm never home alone, right? So, because I live with my family, but I was home alone a couple of days. I really felt the urge to do something, right? To either smoke, to either drink. Because I was like, I haven't been, or I'm really in a position where I'm all by myself. It's all on you. What do you want to do, right? My mom's always at home, right? She's been a stay-at-home mom ever since. You know what I'm saying? So that hasn't allowed me opportunities to bring girls over, or just to get up to things brothers get up to because their parents are not home a lot of the time. So sitting here as a 25-year-old guy, I'm like, man, something must happen. Like, who can I call over? Must I go buy a bottle? I don't want to smoke, but must I smoke a joint? I'm free, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I get the urge, right? A lot of women are living alone, and a lot of women drink wine. It's their thing, right? So I don't judge them, but there's a certain lifestyle we must live. And me being strict, I'm able to cut out a lot of women who are good looking, but who are not good for me. You feel me? Yeah, reality is there's a whole lot of women. It's good looking, but they are only gonna ruin my life, even though they might bring me pleasure. A lot of wives, right? I'm attracted to a lot of women. A lot of women, I believe, find me attractive. So it's there's the sexual chemistry. Yes, if I was a dog and on the low, I could really push to a sleep with a lot of these women. But because I'm supposed to live a certain way, which I go back to point number 1, no fornication, and because I have boundaries, right? Proverbs 4 tells you really to stay away from wives. And besides that, it's okay, now I don't drink. I'm not able to get tempted, because when you get drunk, it's a different story. I remember getting drunk and it's just I'm just trying to F something. You know what I'm saying? Where them sisters at? The confidence came, the liquid courage. But yeah, it's it allows you to cut off so many girls, because so many girls are appealing. But it's the usual, there's what do they call it? Do not be conformed to the patterns of this world. So a pattern of this world that I've seen is a lot of girls, they do the most for their looks. It's the BBL, or just, you know what I'm saying, buying nice clothes, whatever. It's the wine, the alcohol drinking, it's the partying, it's the shisha. It's I don't know her, right? I saw this one girl's sister, and this one girl is a Christian, but they were out and she was smoking shisha, her sister. So I don't judge her, but it's I feel it's very loose boundaries, right? So it just allows me to stay away from women who, yes, are appealing. Yes, my flesh wants to be with them, but they're gonna ruin me, and they're gonna play with me at the end of the day, because, you know what I'm saying, once you get into that state where you're smoking, you're drinking, she gives it up, you're gonna want that, right? Shout out the brother Casey Zander. He was on some, a woman, yes, they will sleep with you, but they start to lose attraction for you, respect for you as time goes. Because like they step back and they answer, can I really follow this guy who parties, drinks most of the weekends? He lives for a blowjob or two, and that's just like how his life is, you know what I'm saying? Goes around sleeping around. No, you can't. So it's like, as much as the pleasure from those things is attractive and you want them, right? You want women who look good. You want to sleep with women as a guy. But it's like, following God has really helped women from playing me, because any situation, most situations, I just walk away. Like, girls know me. Like, I get to texting, you ignore me, I walk away. Anything funny going on, I walk away. And I'm the walk away and never talk to you ever again, you feel me? Yeah, it's getting late. But yeah, it's like, and that's just such a superpower, because once you walk away, they can never hold you, right? Your power as a man, one of your powers is in walking away. Anything funny, I walk away. They're like the girl I was telling you guys about, who I double texted saying I apologized. Now we're all good, right? We're good. But at the same time, like, I'm just waiting on one move. Even the girl I'm supposed to take out, I'm just waiting on one thing. I'm out. It's like with every girl, I'm just going to keep walking. You know, I don't want to say that I don't do female friendships, but it's been hard really keeping a female friend. Females, they move weird, right? The ones that I've experienced. So I've walked away from a lot of them. I'm at a point now where I'm open to the fact, but I don't really pursue friendship. It's like, nah, I don't feel like I should be pursuing it. Not even pursuing it. It's like, it's just friends. There's always just this awkward line in my case. But yeah, anything, guys, I walk away. Like, one wrong move, I'm out. And that's just following God, because God wants the best for you. It's like he doesn't want you to be in someone's life who firstly is gonna play with your time, who's not gonna text you back like they had something to do when it's just a text, right? A lot of women test you, but once you walk away, they'll know the deal that, hey, if I come back, come correct, or I'm out. So it's like, yeah, following God, man, I have to give all praise to the Lord Almighty. Because another thing I like, right? And I feel like this is why a lot of people, a lot of men, everyone should in fact follow God. Especially men. Even if you get your money right. If your dating life and your relationship with women is not right, it still frustrates you. So I know a lot of men, you're not probably rich, right? Which I believe we should strive to be. Whatever you do, do righteously. But like the plan, obviously, if you seek the kingdom first, is to be rich. I don't know someone that I've met who doesn't want to be rich. But then again, even if you're rich, girls will still try you. Girls will still play these games. And if you follow God and you just walk away, any disrespect, you ghost, you walk away, right? Any funny ghost, walk away. You'll be able to find the right person for you, right? And not only that, you won't be taken advantage of. Like, even like now, I can't be taken advantage of. Hey, this is another point, even though you're probably just going to have to listen to the audio. The visuals might not be visualizing. The fourth thing I'll add is women are not able to get one up on you with a bang, right? Most guys, how most guys are finessed. It's either they sleep with the woman, then, okay, it's child, you have to pay for her. I don't know what they call it, where you pay monthly until the child is 18 right? Child support. So that's how a woman gets your money. Another way is dates, right? Yes, I believe as a man you should always pay, right? To have the power. Even now that I'm paying, right? I get to initiate dates. If I don't want to go on a date with you, I'm not going to go on a date with you because I'm not going to waste my money. But like, yeah, like if you want a certain kind of woman, right? Let's just say a 10 out of 10 baddie. And she doesn't show interest. You want to bait her by taking her out on a fancy date. And this you can do, but like she was never into you from the start, so you just wasted your money. So a lot of guys get finessed by, going on dates with women who don't want to do anything with them. Another way is a lot of women, there's this whole send me money. Like, I'm not sending money for none. No nails. You can miss me with that. Nails. I'm not doing your hair. I am not just sending you money to send you money. When it comes to helping out, I'll help you out if I feel like it's right. But, man, there's a girl we had met, right? I was with Bwaga. We went to take pictures. I'm not going to mention her name. But yeah, we went to take pictures at a certain office park. So I guess she worked there. And yeah, she's like, oh guys, because I had an iPhone and it was still a big thing back then. Like, damn, you've got an iPhone? So she's like, please take me a picture. I took her a couple pictures, even though I didn't know the settings. But like, I was like, okay, send me your number. I'll send them to you because there's no Bluetooth, right? With iPhone, or Bluetooth sharing rather. Yeah, so then I sent her the pictures. Everything's good. Maybe we hadn't spoken ever since then, right? Maybe 2 weeks, a week past, she's like, can you please borrow me 200? I'm like, what? And that time, the Bible does say, give to them that ask of thee, right? But you have to be discerning, right? That time I still didn't know the Bible. I won't say I didn't know the Bible. I didn't know that principle. But then also the reality is, like, I looked at it, I'm like, this girl, I didn't find her that attractive, right? I believe she was attractive, but I didn't find her that attractive. I was too focused. I wasn't sleeping with nobody, so I wasn't sleeping with her. So when she said that message, I was just like, what? Get out of here, kick rocks. You ain't getting none, you feel me? So I never sent the money. But like, it's different if I wanted to sleep with her. It was going to be like a hard, should I? You know what I'm saying? You probably send her the money thinking that it might get you access. But yeah, all those hair, nails, I was watching a video where girls were saying, I used to text my ex, or a certain girl was saying, yeah, I used to text my ex, I'm so hungry. I'd call him, then he'd be like, I'll send you money, or when I get off, I'll come pick you up so we can go eat. There's none of that here, you feel what I'm saying? If you can't catch a normal meal, kick rocks, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, if I'm courting a girl, but it's still, even then, it's like, because I am grounded in Christ. I know some things are just like, nah, I'm not going to waste money. That's a waste of money. You also avoid women with children. I'm not saying children are a bad thing, but you can end up taking care of children just to get to the pussy. A lot of guys become stepdads, and I don't knock no stepdads, but like, the way I see a stepdad, I'm just like, why? Like, even women, like, I remember my mom was saying some guy, right, had gotten with this girl who has 2 kids. And she's like, in conversation, she was conversating with someone else. But she's like, what? Why did he go and marry someone with 2 kids already when he doesn't have his own? It's just we instinctively know. It's like, what are you doing with a woman with kids? Let me put it up here, brothers. Yeah, just to finish off the video. These are just some of the ways following God will save you from all the games and all the BS from women. Like, I'm at a point in my life where, since, I kept getting so much weird energy and confusion from female friends. I cut most of them off, right? Even if it wasn't verbally, like I'm cutting you off, we just stopped talking. And what that has done for me is I have such a peaceful life. Like, I didn't realize it. Like, women friends were causing so much havoc, and I wasn't even sleeping with the girls. It's funny how that is. So anything, right? Just walk away, ghost if you have to. But yeah, like, God is the way, the truth, and the life, man. All praises.